Good evening, fam, and happy Tuesday. Our latest again will be about Julius Malema and Chidimma. While the country is still recovering from Chidimma's saga, Malema is stirring up controversy again. Malema believes that the whole country is wrong except for the few that are behind Chidimma. According to Julius Malema, calling out Chidimma and her family for the alleged crime they have committed is self-hate. Here are some of the responses from Twitter. Kwena Molekwa said Julius Malema is defending identity fraud Chidimma again. Julius Malema honestly hates and undermines our country's sovereignty from time to time. She further said SA is a sovereign state, not a dumping site for Africa from failed countries with many years of independence to show Chidimma is not a victim. And this user said Malema and his cult should go to hell. An innocent SA child's identity was stolen and he has decided to ignore that and put foreigners first over SA citizens. The user further said he deserves this downfall, and the academia said Malema is throwing his party blow by blow. Others said Floyd's departure from the organization is truly exposing Julius Malema. Listen to what he said in the next slide and let us know of your take regarding this. And that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again next time. Bye.
You can't say you are a revolutionary activist and a fighter, yet you are xenophobic. You can't say you are an activist and a fighter, yet you hate your fellow Africans. Fighters, this is what made you join the EFF. This is what made you fall in love with the EFF. Why do you now look for individual validation for you to pursue that which you signed for? You said you are joining this organization voluntarily without any expectation of material benefit. Why can't you remind yourself of your own oath? Because you took an oath with your organization and the oath is binding on your conscience. All of a sudden, you think that the perspective of this organization should come from the social media. All of a sudden, what Twitter says about xenophobia, about loving Africa and borderless Africa is what becomes your perspective. You forget why you joined the EFF. You follow that which is sponsored on Twitter. There is no branch of the EFF on Twitter or Facebook that has any right to declare on leadership question of the EFF or dictate to the EFF which direction you must take politically. If you are taking your guidance from the social media, you are a lost soldier. It means Elon Musk is your president. Because Elon Musk controls Twitter, he can open as many accounts and tweet like these are the people who support the EFF, whereas they are sponsored accounts of the owner of Twitter. For a second, you must know that Elon Musk comes from South Africa. He's got interest here in South Africa. What stops him from manipulating a Twitter perspective to suit a perspective that will defend the status quo? Where on all the guiding principles I've alluded to did they say that Twitter or social media will always give you guidance on what you need to say? Twitter sent you running when you defended that black child, whether she's Nigerian or not, and they even said to you, you must dare defend her mother is fraud and everything else. All of you went into a cocoon because you responded to a sponsored view which said you must hate this black child, the mother is fraud. For a second you must love South Africans, and for a second you also doubted that there was a second where you never loved South Africans.